What is up, diecast collectors? This is 9446 Network, back with another diecast review, and today we're gonna come back to the throwback line of diecast. We did the Kyle Larson diecast review, and now it is time to do the Kyle Busch throwback review of the Kyle Busch celebrating 80 years of M&M's Toyota Camry. And a very cool throwback diecast. I really like this paint scheme, and I also got this for Candyman Racing 18, so that's why there is one in the package for this as well. So yeah, very cool throwback car. It wasn't the Ken Schrader car we were all hoping for, but it is something pretty interesting that this company has put together for us to enjoy. So we're going to take a look at this car out of the box. And we're going to do that for you, so you guys don't have to. And there it is, the Kyle Busch car. And one thing that is very interesting that you're going to notice about this car is how the yellow looks off camera. And I got it on camera right now, but off camera, this yellow is really interesting. This camera, though, is kind of weird with the shade of yellow, but it is a very sharp yellow. I don't know if it's the same yellow on the regular M&M's car. It probably is, but I highly doubt it. Very interesting the way they did this car. So we also have a car that we're going to compare it to later, which you're going to see rolling in the background. Something that it kind of looks like, but we'll get to that car eventually. So let's get to the diecast review. We have the number 18, Joe Gibbs Racing, and the Toyota Camry stuff. You got the M&M's, the green, the blue, and the red. And wow, this thing actually kind of looks looks a lot like the regular M&M's car, which is why people were kind of put off by this one, but you're gonna see why it's pretty interesting here in just a second. You got Kyle Busch's name, K&N, Sunoco, Goodyear, NASCAR, race car, or the old school NASCAR Cup Series logo right there. It's too small for me to read every detail of it. NASCAR salutes right there. Rowdy, the Rowdy Energy name, which is interesting. There's not a base on either one of these Kyle Busch cars. Number 18, Interstate Battery, Cessna Siemens, Mobile One, Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders, Mag Tools, and two other sponsors I can't read. You also have Toyota, JD Gibbs. Let me see if I can get a look at all those other. Milky Way, Skittles, Pedigree, and a Kyle Busch sticker right there underneath. Stanley, the old school looking yellow M&M right there, and Ream. Toyota Camry, XSE, and a very crooked throwback M&M's logo. I'm actually not sure if this is supposed to be like this, because it's on this one here as well. I checked. So that's kind of weird. You're going to have to put up with that detail. Toyota, M&M celebrating 80 years. It's also kind of crooked. Kyle Busch and the celebrating 80 years on the roof of this car. Now, I don't even know which one of these diecasts is more accurate than the other, because one has it very low, and this one has it very high. You can see how high up that logo is. Yeah, that's Lionel's inconsistent quality, factory quality, that's for sure. Kyle Busch and the 18 right there. It's time for the paint scheme, and like I said, the base is a very interesting yellow. It's almost kind of like, it's like a very interesting, like there's all kinds of yellows out there. This one's kind of got that interesting brightish color, that brightish yellow look. I know on the camera it makes it look like an RX-7 FD competition yellow, which of course it's not. It's more of like a weird, like cheesy kind of yellow, which is weird because we're talking about a chocolate diecast here. But it looks very interesting. Brown number 18, that very dark chocolate brown, that milk brown color for the number, and all the letters as well. You even have a little M on the 80 right there, which is really cool. So blue, green, red, and the green on the side on the left and orange on the right, which by the way is chipped. You can see a piece of that M&M got eaten off. Running that Darlington track, the wall probably chewed up a piece of that M&M right there, so definitely gonna point that out to you guys. You got the old school red M&M character, and he has a little bit of a white shading on him, which is interesting. Looks really cool and very retro. Everyone's gonna remember that. It's very iconic. He also has a little bit of a shade to him. The M on him is just an all white. Yellow looks interesting because he actually has a little outline to him. The little M right there. That's very interesting. He has an outline and this one doesn't. That's probably part of the brand. No brown character M&M or orange or blue character M&M. It's just the red and the yellow. And of course the throwback wheels, which of course just the white Goodyears. That's a standard for all the throwback diecasts, as you could tell. Very cool. I'm going to get a closer look at that classic NASCAR. There you go, NASCAR International. That's the logo I was trying to point out before. Another little chip, little dash mark right there in yellow on that orange M&M. Man, that orange M&M is really messed up. Really eaten the heck out of. You got the NASCAR salutes, a little closer look at the NASCAR International. It is a closer look at all the sponsors down there. See, that right there, I can't tell what this is or that is, those two sponsors. They're on most of the Kyle Busch cars. And I believe this yellow is just a normal gloss yellow. I don't think there's any sparkle to it. I'm trying to get close to this thing so you could probably tell. It just looks like the normal yellow, but the camera makes this yellow look weird. Like, you literally have to take this car, buy this car in person to see the type of yellow that it really is, because this is definitely an interesting type of yellow. So we're going to get to the comparison, and I know this is not the exact car that it's based on, or very close enough. Oh wow, it's actually closer than I thought. Okay. The car that I was thinking of before was the all-yellow one from 2016. This is the full-colored one from 2016 compared to the new one, the throwback. Honestly, now that I think of it, instead of looking like that other yellow one, it actually looks more like this one. Because you actually see it. Colors are in the exact same place. Well, actually, no, they're not. The blue and the red have changed places, so this is kind of an altered throwback. And, of course, it has the modern-looking M&Ms on the 2016, which is weird, judging by what the paint scheme is. And the orange is also on a different place than it was before. I mean, look at that. Blue's got blue, and wow, okay. So, on the door, and let's see if I can describe this the best I can. Here they are together. Of course, you have the regular 18 on the 2016. Wow, so I think this one has the old... So look at that. The M&M, even the characters look a little different on them. That's a little weird. But you have the modern guy looking at the classic one, and this one doesn't have an M&M on the door. This one has the M&M on the door, but this one does not. And, of course, the green and the orange have changed places. And by the way, orange on this little M&M, while this one has the brown one next to the Joe Gibbs Racing. Here's this side of it. You have the blue where the orange is, and no red M&M on the door number. It's just a plain yellow door, which does look kind of sharp, I'll be honest. For the throwback, it looks sharp. The yellow and the red are the exact same place for the characters. But as I mentioned with the left side, the characters look a little bit different, as you could tell. Look how they look. A lot different from each other. Here's the back. Of course, no modern stuff. No modern M&M logo on this car. It's all the throwback stuff. Obviously, for that throwback stuff for the 2021 season. So here is the car. And as you can tell, the spoilers are different because these are the different Toyota Camrys. All blank. So the very blank. This one actually is more... The throwback from 2021 is more blank than the car it's trying to resemble. I'm assuming it's this car they're trying to do. But I pointed out like so many differences already that it probably isn't. And yeah, that yellow does look different on both of the cars. I don't know if you could tell, but definitely different. This 2016 one definitely looks more like an FD RX-7 yellow, whereas this one is just the regular yellow, or lighter yellow. It's not Menards yellow, it's some kind of yellow there. But as you can see, the celebrating, this was for 75, now it's 2021 for this paint scheme, so that's why it's now 80. So you can see that. Look at that. And the numbers on the roof, of course, are different. This one just had the regular 18 on it, whereas this one just has the brown 18. No retro font, just the generic, the Gibbs font. So that's a little interesting as well that they decided to keep that on there. But yeah, that's what these cars look like together. The 2016, I believe this is the secondary Kyle Busch 2016 M&M style for this throwback thing that they have going on. So that's what they look like, and wow, look how much has changed with the Toyota Camry. I mean, no, that's not the biggest part of the comparison, but look at that, how much those cars have changed. So there it is. Those are the two Kyle Busch cars together. So there it is. There's the 75-year one, and of course the throwback. And this, of course, unlike this one, This one has actually only ran one race, the throwback race. As you can tell, it's going to be a 360 view of this car. Very interesting. If you're a Kyle Busch fan, definitely get this one. This is definitely one of the different looking M&M cars in terms of like throwback stuff. So there it is. That is the Kyle Busch car. And that is going to be it for this diecast review of the Kyle Busch throwback, as I did the 360 view there. And you know what? I'll do a different looking picture for this. I'll have all of them together. Like, there you go. And that is it, folks. That's what the cars look like together. The 2016 and the 2021 throwback. So there was your comparison and the review, the full-on review of the 2021 throwback. Wow, so that ended up being a long video of the 80th anniversary. And speaking of anniversary stuff, this also has the 30-year Gibbs logo. So wow, M&M's has been around longer. Jeez. Anyways, that is going to be the review of the Kyle Busch 2021 throwback Toyota Camry. And, of course, if you remember last year, this car will be in the Flash Racing Cup Series for the Darlington race, the Super Pac-Man 400, I believe it's called. So there it is. That car is going to be in that race. And the big question is, will Kyle Busch redeem himself from last season? This is a brand, and it looks like it rolls pretty good. Does it have any working suspension? A little bit. But, as you can tell, this car rolls fast. So, keep an eye on this car for the throwback race. This guy, he could get himself the Darlington race with this car. It does seem like it rolls pretty good. So, will Kyle Busch redeem himself from the second place finish that he got in the 2020 Season 2 Darlington race, where he finished second in the Elliott Sadler throwback? So hopefully he brings this car to victory lane in the Flash Racing Cup Series. Of course, in real life, he spun it out, racing against Kevin Harvick. But that is going to be the diecast review of the Kyle Busch 2021 throwback, and we will see you guys for the next diecast review. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a return for the NASCAR diecast reviews. A whole bunch of stuff is coming into the Lionel Racing retail store on the 10th. So that's going to be very interesting to see how many, all those diecasts are going to be released. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that. So that is going to be it for the Kyle Busch throwback review. I know I've said that 15,000 times, but I always find new things to say. But that's going to be the diecast review. So see you guys next time. Hope you Kyle Busch fans enjoyed this video. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast, folks.